悪霊退散.
Joseph Levi has donated $1.99 and says, Moon, I am up posted a video on a no heat mod.
We'll check that out. Thank you for the dono. We'll definitely check that out. So this is something that I've wanted to see for a very long time, and we finally have a video of it. Everyone always say, remove heat, remove heat, remove heat. And I'm sitting here saying, like, hold on a second. We don't know what that looks like. We think that it will look like Tekken 7, but that's not true because Tekken 7 had totally different mechanics, totally different properties. Tekken 8 was completely designed around heat. Counter hits were changed. Different paths were changed. Like, for example, Yoshimitsu had 4-4-3, 1+2, 1+2. That's King Chai where he does the spinning. That was all guaranteed on counter hit, right? It did big damage. Now in Tekken 8, that's no longer possible. And the only thing you could do from that is King Cha 4-2, which is a totally different move that leads into heat. And if you remove the heat property, that then become a significant nerf to Yoshimitsu. And I'm pretty sure it does that for so many other characters out there, right? So these are just something that I try to highlight is how combos were changed. All of it was changed in the hopes of funneling people into heat. But let's watch this. Here's a video of modders removing heat from Tekken 8. Let's see what this is. This is something that's already happened where this mod removes Power Crush and Rage. It's funny that players once asked Terada for a no heat mode, and he told them if you want a no heat mode, go play older Tekken games. And surprise, surprise, there's not many Tekken games that you can buy that's on the market, right? Tekken 7, Tekken 6, Tag 2, after that, you're screwed, right? These mods be going crazy, huh? These outfits. And that outfit from Anna, going crazy. So normal counter hit. Still went wall to wall, no heat. Half health damage, no heat. I don't really know too much about Anna, so I'm more so focusing on the Brian Fury and seeing how his gameplay has changed without heat. Because it doesn't look like Brian Fury is doing like any heat engager moves, and I think that's the point, right? Because if Brian Fury was doing like, you know, Brian Fury's, they use that shoulder. Every single time you get so far away, you do shoulder. You do shoulder. Nina Moon? No, it's not. Look at the top left. It's literally Anna. Oh, you guys can't see the top left. Look at the top left. That's literally Anna, bro. I wish this is something that they would do. I wish they would do it. Even though Harada's very against the idea of a heat, no rage, this would be so awesome, bro. And they should most certainly do it. But also, too, it's like, you know what I think the real problem with heat is? I think the heat having plus 17 or plus 13, whatever it is, I think that is too much. But then also, I think the real thing that I dislike about this game, tailspins. I think tailspins is the most destructive thing to this whole game. It just allows the combos to be truly, like, god-awful. It's really that simple to just remove heat, and then boom, now the game is good. I would need to see something like this with Yoshimitsu. With, like, characters. Having Anna on the screen is really, like not allowing me to really process because I'm not used to Anna. I'm not used to seeing this, you know, character. So I can't really judge if it's good or not. I would have rather see like Kazuya and Brian Fury or something. Characters that like we're all very familiar with, you know. At this point, simply removing heat and rage and calling it a day, I don't know if that matters because Yoshimitsu would still be able to do this. He would still be able to force mix up you. No heat, no rage. This is just what Yoshimitsu could do now. And King could do the same thing, and Heihachi can do it, and so many characters can do it. You can force now, whether or not you feel like this isn't that bad as heat, different story. But the fact that, you know, this is still possible, it's pretty absurd, you know. Or we have Devil Jin versus Dragunov Real Tekken 8 mod gameplay, no rage, no heat, no tracking, no tracking. So this is something that I'll be able to really look at and understand. This is a mod gameplay here. And it shows Dragunov and Devil Jin. The no tracking is pretty weird. The no tracking is a weird one because what does that mean? Like, is there no tracking at all, or is it reduced, or like that electric hit? Even though he moved to the side, he moved right, and electric still hit. Okay, now that I'm looking at two characters that I kind of am more familiar with, it looks a little better now. The Anna, I'm really not familiar with Anna, so I was just like not able to see. But with Dragunov and Devil Jin, two characters I'm very familiar with, I can see the differences. And you can see the nuances of gameplay. Is Heat really that consuming? Where it's like everything about it is just like, it just consumes everything. Like, look at that. This doesn't look that bad at all. Like, look at how long this round is. Look at how interesting the gameplay. You're not. I would have also loved to see it on a smaller stage, and this is like a 15-minute video, so we'll see some more gameplay hopefully on another stage. But I would like to see how they operate around walls, because basically what I'm saying is that, like, I don't think heat is the only problem, right? I don't think heat is the only issue here, and simply removing heat and rage. You know, I still wonder about Oki and you know, like the Yoshimitsu on block mix-up thing that I just showed, right? But so far it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. There's a lot of spacing. There's a lot of poking.
Ryer has donated $5 and says, I created a visual showing the correlation between hours played vs player recommendation using Steam's data. Reddit removed it, but it's on my channel.
How do you guys feel about Harada being against this? Harada literally said, if you want no heat, then go play an older Tekken. Man, I hate that response. Is in most of those older Tekkens are not available. I want to skip ahead a little bit and see if they play on another stage, another environment. Nah, see, it's just this. It's just this stage. It's just this one stage. See, that's the thing. We need them to play on, like, in a real Tekken 8 environment. Like, playing in this basically an infinite stage is not good enough. We need to see them playing on, like, explosive walls, explosive floors. You know, we need to see, you know, wall Oki, and that's my point, is that, like, you know, like, of course this one stage, this looks good, but when you put walls and all those stuff in there, you know, is there still like a lot of holes that shine through, right? But also look at the whiffing, right? The Dragunov did the low slide, Devil Jin stepped to the right, and then Dragunov, Devil Jin missed his 1-1, right? I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I know I'm being super critical of all of this. It's more so because I just don't want to focus in on just heat being a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just want to be like, oh yeah, heat's the problem, and then, you know, once again send the wrong message to the developers. That's what I'm worried about, right? We see that the developers are very easily confused. They're very easy, you know, blindsided, and then, you know, they're like they're wandering around. They're talking about ice cream. You know, it's crazy, right? Tripping up the stairs, right? I think I finally got a match at Tekken 8. I finally found a match. Wow. So we got to be very careful with our criticism of the game, because we don't want to point them in the wrong direction once more. We tell them heat is bad, and then what do they do then, you know?